Episode 9, Edible Talk Podcast, Baltimore, Big Steve. I'm here with my man.
Manny Freezy.
Dose, what it is, what it do.
We got a special guest, man. He a legend in my town, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Me and this man go back like 10 plus years for real. You know what I mean? At this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, what it is, man. DJ Jabril.
Hey, what's up, Big Steve? My man Dose.
What's going on?
Man, what's going on, bro, man? Hey, look, man.
Yeah.
Look, it's been a pleasure. I'm glad you invited me out here, man. I feel like for what I've done for the town, ain't nobody reached out.
Y'all gonna act like y'all don't know what them edibles do. Leave that in there though. Edibles kick it.
I swear I'm on my shit, I go retarded in this bitch. I swear it's all legit.
Episode 9, Edible Talk Podcast, Baltimore, Big Steve. I'm here with my man.
Manny Freezy.
Hey, Dose, what it is, what it do.
Man, I got a special guest, man. He a legend in my town, man. You know what I'm saying? If you from my town, you gotta know who this is, man. DJ Jabril, man. What it is, man.
Well, what it do, Steve? Man, Dose, man. Shit, just glad to be here, bro.
Alright, man. Shit, what you getting yourself into these days? I ain't heard from you in a minute, man. Man, the work that you put in, it's a stamp. So I just gotta ask you, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's been going on?
Man, I left that shit alone. You know what I mean? That's some crazy shit to start the interview off with, but you know what I mean? I've been out the game for probably like 5 years now. As a matter of fact, I want to say your mixtape was the last mixtape I did.
You know, I said that a couple years ago, and I said, hey, that's kind of legendary right there.
Yeah.
Hold the fuck up, man. But we gotta actually put it up there on a plaque like that. This is the last one.
That was the last tape I did. That was yeah.
And that bitch was everything too, man. We was
You
in
know?
Texas with it, we was in New Orleans with it, man. And they was all fucking with it too, man. They was fucking with it, man.
What led to your departure?
Man, my departure, I don't know, we was talking about it earlier, you know what I'm saying? But I said I fell out of love. You said, what you say?
Just lost your passion.
You say I lost my
uninspired.
passion.
You know what I mean?
I felt uninspired.
Okay.
You can't use your love for you listening to it.
Because I can't say I lost the love. Yeah, I can't say I lost the love, but I definitely, at a certain point, I was dealing with more heartache and negative energy coming from it than I was gaining positive energy, money, and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So it got to a point where other things in my life were taking me further, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to all the others.
I mean,
You know
I totally understand, because I told you I'm getting to that point with it, you know what I mean, the music shit myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, I don't know, I don't feel the same, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even been on the stage since December 7th, 2019.
Dang, see,
You feel me? So, and I don't feel like I missed nothing. I ain't nothing, and I'll be like, damn, why I hit the stage, but
my shit was like a
shit, man.
Baltimore is a hard city to make it on music tip.
And when you at a certain level and you creep back a little bit, when you come back out, it's like you a new nigga, you a new artist. You know what I'm saying? You ain't. You know what I'm saying? Right.
A nigga leave Baltimore and go somewhere
Out of
else.
sight, out of mind.
You know what I mean? It'll be easy. But I feel like it's like the Baltimore scene is like people don't really like support each other how they should. Like other cities, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, I can't say that though, cause like we had some good times, yo. Like in the duration of doing what I was doing, it's all in like the machine behind creating these events and all of that. Like if the machine ain't right, the outcome ain't gonna be right. Okay. So like I don't know if y'all remember Mr. Wilson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wilson was doing his thing. Like I was aligned with his movement. and it crushed me when he passed away. That's kind of what like drove me to get in the lane that I was in when we met.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But and I was kind of already in that lane. But me and Wilson had a good working relationship. You know what I mean? I worked out of his studio pretty much exclusively. Man, I was in there every day. You know what I mean? That's how, you know, Wilson introduced me to Street Official, the Turkish Street Official. That's how I had my whole relationship with Bonds. You know what I mean? It's just a whole crazy, like Wilson was very instrumental in me becoming who I was in the culture in the city.
What was that? What was that? Star Status?
Star Status.
Star Status.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. JI 900.
Right.
Omar Little.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So you know what I mean? I was pretty heavily involved in that movement.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I want to say was his peak. You know what I mean? And because really it was his peak until Wilson passed away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think I worked with him on the film, man. We did the Charm City movie together. No, not Charm City.
He was in that movie?
Yeah, not Charm City King.
Not
Charm City.
No, nigga, I'm talking about Charm City.
Yeah, nigga, I was in Charm City. A lot of people was in Charm City.
I know that everybody
come.
And don't know it, y'all. I know I was doing y'all was in the whole movie, and the shit came up on Amazon. Like everybody was seeing that shit.
I think it's on Amazon right now.
Yo,
shout out to Derek Thomas.
Yo, Derek Thomas, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, Derek Thomas, yo. Yo, what's it called? It's on Amazon right now. It's called Baltimore's Heroin King, or the Heroin King of Baltimore.
I haven't seen that.
Bro, I'm in the opening credits, yo.
Okay.
I'm in like the first scene in that bitch, yo.
Okay.
But I was, you know what I mean? That shit was crazy. Like I ain't seen it in like 15 years, and then bang.
Good shit. Something about Avon Barksdale too. He was reenacting a scene or some shit.
Yo.
Yeah, I just was watching this shit. Damn. It was like one of them, but he was actually in there like talking everything out. But I seen him in one of the reenactments. Yeah. I'm like, oh shit.
We probably talking about the same shit for real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it says on Amazon.
It was a little,
Nah, I saw this shit a long ass time ago.
Right, but it just came out under a new name. The shit just came out under.
So it just came out.
Like Trash.
So that's his same shit. Heroin King.
Yeah, that's the same
It
joint.
makes sense. It makes
Cause I was gonna say, yo, I don't know, yo.
Yeah, it makes sense and shit. Hell yeah. I don't know what the fuck. I think I bought that shit. I think I bought that shit down what's that spot down Fells Pump?
Oh, wow, I got you.
You know, Sound God.
Yeah.
I bought it out of there.
What's
shit,
that?
Man.
What's that?
The Avon Barksdale story.
Okay.
They just changed the name. You know what I'm saying? That the real Avon Barksdale.
Got it from the rap school.
Yeah, man. You know, Soundgarden got everything. And Body Mode, Big Steve going there. It's only $5.99. You cheap motherfuckers.
Hey.
$5.99. Go buy everyone off the shelf so they can call me and say, hey, we need some more. And I'm be like, I don't got no more. Niggas don't buy CDs no more. You feel me?
Oh, man.
So how did you get started in the music scene? Like, what made
You
you?
took the words right out my mouth.
Like in the scene, or like I mean, I can take it back. I started DJing like in middle school for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like and it's crazy because all the ways you think a nigga get started, I got started fucking with 2 white boys.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And one of them lived out Roland Park, the other one lived in Highlandtown. And you know what I mean? I either be on the 10 going down there or 27 going up Roland Park.
That's what it is.
And yo, that's how I met everybody. That's how I met Sean Caesar. That's how I met Scotty B. That's how I met DJ Class. That's how I met Quicksilver when he was a little kid. He was working in the record store up on Howard Street. Yo, that's how I got plugged in for real. I was a little kid.
Shout out to all the DJs, man. All the Baltimore DJs.
Yo, it was a lot of them. DJ Techniques. Yo, I go on for days and days. Yo, the New Marks, they had the store 12-inch up there on Charles Street. Like, That shit's a fucking sushi restaurant now. Like, you know what I'm saying? They had the dopest restaurant, the dopest record store in the city, you know. Bernie at Music Liberated. I used to go down there with DJ Techniques. And all these DJs, especially Scotty B, yo, because he used to put me on everything. He used to show me what was new.
I just saw Scotty not too long ago.
Yo, I ain't seen Scotty in years, yo.
I just saw him maybe like 2 months ago down at Cameos over West, man.
See, that's
he's still doing his thing. He's still DJing.
Man, he always been nice. Yeah, he won't be nice forever, bro.
Shout out to Scotty.
Shout out to Scotty, right, yo. Matter of fact, like, I'm gonna tell you this. If it wasn't for Scotty B, I probably wouldn't have took the mixtape game so seriously, and that's really what my passion was.
Yeah, Scotty was instrumental, and inspirational to a lot of us coming up, man. We had a store down on Howard Street, and he was always welcoming people. He always had the music going. He still has the passion, man. He still like Scotty still got it, man. Shouts out to Scotty again.
It definitely shouts out to Scotty B, man. Like, I probably wouldn't have got involved in a mixtape game or inspired to be part of the mixtape game as heavily as I was. Well, matter of fact, Scotty B sold me my first dubbing machine, yo, for cassettes, G. It did 3 of them at a time, like 2 minutes, 90-minute tape. You know what I mean? Both sides. Like,
so what actually got you on the mixtape game? Cause it seemed like
SNS.
It seemed like that.
DJs
That's like
like
the shit that really pushed you up there.
Listening to old New York mixtapes, like really what first got me was WEBB and the We Rock crew. Chris Hitman Thomas used to have a show. DJ Scratch was on there, and I remember specifically one night listening. He was mixing "You Know I Got Soul," you know, the Arabian Rakim joint. And I was listening to what he was doing on that record. I knew how the record went. And I was like, yo, this nigga doing all this, you know what I mean? What the fuck? Then that just caught my ear. And I'm like 10. You know what I'm saying? I'm something like, I don't know. Yeah, I had been, they came out 86, some shit like that, right?
I don't know. So like 86, so I don't fucking know what
I'm saying. Yeah, the first album, that was like 86, 87, something around there, yo. So I'm like 10, 11 years old, like staying up late listening to fucking WEBB on the AM station at night. You know what I mean?
Was that a college station?
Nah, that was I know the station was right at work right now with his Park Circle in Baltimore. You know what I mean? It was
so it was just another early station. There was around.
Yeah, but it was an AM station though. It wasn't even.
That's how
you know what I mean? It wasn't even no.
That's how they benefited Morgan.
Nah, they was.
That's what I was saying.
You know what I mean? Baltimore City Community College.
Okay.
Oh, it was right there. Like, you know where the Palladium at?
Yeah.
It was right behind the Palladium. Yo, it was a little tiny ass radio station right there, yo. So
it was fun. Shout out that college.
But back, you know what I mean? My man Chris, shout out to Chris Thomas too, yo, because he's another one, yo. But Chris Thomas show, him and DJ Scratch had the show, you know. It was a mix show late at night. They came on maybe like 11 to 3 in the morning, some crazy shit. And I used to be, you know what I mean, young as shit, just listening to the radio late at night in my room and listening to that shit, watch it, listen to them tear them turntables up, and I was like, damn. I had an uncle that was a hustler. You know what I mean? He used to give me a little work, and basically he helped me. He got me to the point where I could get my own turntables. You know what I mean? He basically fronted it to me and was like, yo, you know what I mean, just hit me back. And that was it. The rest was history. You know, me, fucking with them white boys and Scotty B. You know what I'm saying? And that's yo.
When was your first tape? When did you put out your first tape? Like,
my first tape?
What year?
I could say like my first notable tapes was probably by the time I hit high school. So I won't say it's around 90. Okay. You know what I mean? Somewhere around 1990. And that's when I was just like, you know what I mean? I was just getting all the new records, shit ain't nobody heard, and playing the B-sides. Because, you know, at that point in time, it was all the hip-hop heads. And I took pride in being a nigga that had the shit that you heard it first from. You know what I mean? And that was always my shit. You know what I mean? So or the only nigga you heard it from. If it wasn't the one you heard it first from. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he was there when he was concentrating on what people already heard before.
Exactly. And I was trying to get on shit. I was trying to be like 10 steps ahead of niggas. You know what I mean? And that's always been my shit. That's always been my shit. And that's how I used to get bored with music. Because if niggas was keep playing the same shit I done heard before they started pushing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm definitely done with it by the time, you know what I mean? Y'all niggas done with it. I'm super done. You know what I'm saying? So that's what drove me to do all the shit I did.
Right.
Being the first.
So like when your first mixtape, you was yelling over them like that?
Fuck no.
You wasn't?
No, it was just one tape. Like at that point,
when did you get that? When did you get that whole? You know what I mean? Like
I want to say around close to 2000.
2000.
I want to say when I first did it, I want to say I was living like around like Pulaski and Penrose, and on that block. If you know anything like about the block, you remember the block? That had Scar Akbar and Los sign, and they had the billboards all over the city back around then, like they was big shit. They used to run them blocks where I was at. So you know what I'm saying? Los used to come out there. He'd be on the corner freestyling. He was a little, I can't say a little kid, but you know what I mean. Los a little younger than us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I might have been 20, 23, 25. Los like 18 or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? So to me, the kid, they out there killing shit. You know what I mean? And
Always been like
around that time when I hooked up with Wilson.
Like that was a nigga that lived and breathed rapping. Like,
Yeah.
You feel me?
Anything.
Who's still getting money off this shit.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So
Teaching
you know what I mean?
niggas
Hats
how to
off the
rap.
Los. You know what I'm saying?
Like yo could just rap.
Niggas taking pointers
That
from
was
him, like-
And I'm gonna tell you this where it happens. Like around the same time, Comp was signed with Def Jam. Comp came out with Harder.
Shout out to Comp.
I'm fucking with Wilson.
Podcast, man.
I'm fucking with Wilson. I meet Wilson around this time.
Okay.
Me and my man Muko used to be over there all the time. Rest in peace, my brother. You know, both of them. We used to be around there all the time at Star Stat Studios. I'm getting to know the hottest talent in the city. You know, aside from the niggas I already knew, I'm getting plugged in right now. You know what I mean? So I'm doing all this shit. You know what I mean? They throwing parties. I'm DJing parties. We at the studio. I'm hosting niggas mixtapes. Niggas throwing their songs, sliding their songs in on my mixtapes. Because at this point in time, I'm getting white labels. This when white label records was out, so you was getting like elite records. I was Scotty B would put me on, or niggas like that, Sean Season put me on the game, let me know when shit was dropping. And I was on my A game. Internet came out. I had niggas that was placed in the right places in New York, niggas that worked in the studios. I was getting records. Started putting these mixtapes together. I was having records before all the other DJs had. Then it got to the point that I was like, fuck it. Comp started getting hot. You know, Harder came out and he had the song Fire with Cam and all this shit. So I'm like, okay.
Was it Ghostface?
Ghostface and Jay.
Yeah, that was the run joint. You know what I mean? All them records was coming out. So I was like, alright, fuck it. I'm gonna start fucking with these Baltimore niggas. I took one of Comp's records. I took Harder. I met Bonds. Bonds had a verse of Harder. Bang. What I do? Put them together. Put the mixtape out, the first song on the joint, you know what I mean? Harder remix. Niggas, yo, I had that shit in the hood, and next thing I know, yo, I'm finding myself pulling more Baltimore niggas on my mixtapes, you know what I mean? And I'm still getting these shits out of New York. Niggas is fucking with K Slate throwing me records. Niggas is fucking with Big Mike throwing me records. And I'm like, ooh, I got all these, you know, I got all these Locks records niggas ain't heard. I got all these Nas records. Yo, I had all kinds of shit niggas ain't heard. You know what I mean? I'm getting them before they put the albums out. So, okay, here we go. I'm mixing them with the Baltimore niggas, man. And next thing I know, it transformed. You know what I mean?
That's crazy, yo.
That's what we missing right now.
Yo, we lost a lot though.
Shit.
We lost club music. You know what I mean?
It's still there, but it's not.
It ain't the same.
It ain't the same. The
That
feeling,
shit,
though, man. It's
and
everything
recipes
moving so
takes
fast. That's the internet, man.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She was like,
Yeah, bro.
I don't know, the music shit, I mean, it got to a point that, I don't know, I'm just telling my story at this point, bro.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Y'all did some legendary shit that people don't know about behind the scenes, you feel me?
Yo, it got to the point.
You know, like nowadays, yo, it's just, it's more of the short extension span, like, you know what I'm saying? So if you did something 10 years ago, they ain't gonna know about it today.
Yo, what?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, the young
I can't blame nobody because I got the shortest attention span in the history of mankind. Like I can't even play with nobody, you know what I mean? And the shit ain't dope, I ain't gonna remember.
Right.
It's just like that. You know what I mean? Now you can call it short attention span, selective memory, I don't know what you wanna call it. A nigga that smoke too much.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying?
But you can also call it that if something fire enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember that bitch.
Attention, right?
I'm gonna remember that bitch. I'm gonna know the name, I'm gonna know the artist, I'm gonna probably remember how many minutes and seconds that song was. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean?
So let me ask you this. From like, not even like, shout out the Melted Pyrex series.
Yeah.
Like I see that. But like, of your, cause you did a lot of single artist mixtapes over the years. You did a lot of them. What do you think is the single, like, the highest joint, or the where's though you get the most recognition for?
For a single artist mixtape?
Yeah, a single artist mixtape. What do you think was like the most famous? Cause it's a lot, and I ain't trying to put you on the spot, nigga. I ain't trying to put you on the spot, nigga. I just want to know, nigga. You know, numbers over niggas' feelings.
One of them that I was the most proud of, I'm gonna tell you two of them that I was the most proud of. I want to say Tay-Ease, because of what he put behind that bitch.
Right.
He had the billboard on North Avenue.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's like, he did a lot of shit that a lot of other artists weren't doing, and that's one. And his mixtape was like a show enough album, like big songs, like big sounding records.
He
like,
gave me like the Rick Ross.
Yo, you took the words out of my mouth. Like big ass Rick Ross records, like like he was doing that shit like before Rick Ross was doing it, like on some real shit. Cause we talking like maybe 03 or some shit. I can't put a number on it.
Right.
I want to say shit. That had been probably about like 09. By the time Tay-Ease was up, but yeah, he was he was doing big records, like big rollout, big release parties, headlining. You know what I mean? The right artist shows. You know what I'm saying? I was proud to be a part of that movement. But that was a block work. Right. The other artists, I want to say it was another block work with Smash. When I did Smash's, I think that was his last CD before he passed. It definitely was. That CD was amazing to me.
Do Pop Smoke remind you of Smash?
Pop Smoke, a lot of artists remind me of Smash, you know. But yeah, I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like if they did a record together, you probably wouldn't know which one to which. Like that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Smash was super talented, and it's a shame that he didn't get the the benefits of what his talent.
I feel like he was talented. Shit too.
He was.
He was on tour with niggas and shit. Like he was really doing his shit.
He was. I remember that song "I'm a Beast," yo. That was the one, yo. That was the single that I think should have pushed him over the edge, yo. He was sampling Nicki Minaj shit. I'm a beast, I'm a monster. Yeah, yo, that shit was hard as shit, yo. That shit was hard as shit.
You know what my favorite one is, bro?
What's that?
6 Star General.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one. I can't lie.
Wow.
I can't lie. That's my favorite one. I can put that bitch on right now and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy. Cause I think that was one of the most slept on.
For real?
I think that was one of the most slept on joints, yo.
What?
Yeah,
that's definitely. Cardi. Shout out
Cardi and Miss Cream. That was one of
that came out 2010, nigga. Like, that was that shit.
Yeah, I think that was highly slept on. highly slept on.
Everybody put it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I was like a real fan.
Mm-hmm.
Even before I met this nigga, like, you know what I mean? I was a real fan. I had shit. You know, I like a nigga might support his homeboy type shit, but I was a fan before I met him.
Mm-hmm.
We just happened to become homeboys, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I was a fan before I met him and shit. And yeah, like nigga, you know, like real fan shit, like you know how you can't wait till your artist drop an album, oh, we dropping some new shit, oh shit, yeah, I'm waiting up for it type shit, like I was a real fan and shit, man, like, yeah, and it's okay to be a fan.
Yes.
Yo, it's
Nigga,
absolutely
you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
which camera? Nah, I be seeing all the niggas do that shit on their podcast like they don't fucking know.
Word.
But yeah, man, real shit. It's okay to be a fan, man.
Yo,
Shit hard.
This shit was dope though. The little run or whatever. That shit was dope, man. Like we I feel like we touched a lot of ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that Blockwork shit was real big, man.
Yo, thanks, man.
It was real big, man. I felt like you wasn't even popping unless you had a Blockwork. We was trying to put our little chips together to do a Blockwork, nigga. You know, I wasn't, you know what I mean, like I am now and shit. So niggas would try to put the chips together and shit. You know, and how hard that is when I'm the only one funding this shit.
But yeah, I got
the thing treacherous like that, man.
What's that?
I said that music thing is treacherous like that.
A lot of money got to go into music.
It takes investing in yourself for
To
sure.
to make. I mean, unless you like an NBA young boy, you know what I mean. It take a lot of fucking work. You gotta promote that shit out of it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Promotion and the game changed in the time that I was like fading out. You know what I mean? That's when like shit got super internet heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I always had the plug because I had to print shit on lock. I could be.
I don't really like the internet era. I don't like the internet era. Like
No, I
that.
don't.
I like to get out on the street. I like to look people in their fucking eyes and get the energy from them, feel the energy from them. You know, through a fucking computer, people will tell you anything.
You know, and I'll tell you this, like going back to my origins, like back when I was like when I bought that dubbing machine from Scotty B. I used to go out, me and my man Blaze, we used to both make mixtapes. Or we do one together, he do the side A, I do the side, I'm talking cassette times, you know what I mean? I do the side A, he do the side B. Bang, we dub up a bunch of them bitches and just troop. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Cherokee, we just go park somewhere and just walk. You know what I'm saying? So we just, you know what I mean, park, I don't know, on Mount Street somewhere and just go. You know what I mean? And then go over East Park on Ashland somewhere and just go. You know what I mean? And then just go back when we sell out. And that's what we used to do, like, you know what I mean, a couple times a week. And that's how I met a lot of motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Shit crazy, man.
Just walking hood to hood. You know what I mean? Niggas just be on the feet with a bag full of
You
tape.
should have had Fair Hill and what's that other shit? You can't leave them out because you know why? You know why? I learned this shit from trial and error, nigga. I went down that bitch and sold the whole goddamn box. I go back to Mike. Mike, like, you sold all that already? I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
You feel me, like real shit,
we
yo?
weren't that savvy, yo. You know what I mean? At that point in time, yo, we just wasn't there. Yo. We was straight in the hood, yo.
2014 or something.
Oh, this, yo, we talking. I'm talking 97.
So you said
I'm
down
talking,
there everybody's
you know what I mean?
It was ridiculous, bro.
Yo,
You gotta
walking
think,
like-
I ain't gonna go where I wanna go with it, but I'ma just say everybody's drunk. And, you know what I mean? Motherfucker hit you with that spit up real quick. Then I, like, you really want me to do this shit right now? Then they pull his phone out. I hate that phone shit. Because you know you on somebody fucking Instagram and shit. But shit, then I do it, but that shit really got me. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially then we went out, you know what I mean, to college and shit. We went to college. Nigga, we went out University of Maryland, nigga. Like, these motherfuckers is taking pictures on Twitter and shit. So, you know, and half of the people just dead. They not from here.
Right, so I'm about to say, you mean people from the other side of the country?
Yeah, nigga, like, that shit was getting crazy for a little second, man. That shit was getting crazy for a little second.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. But yeah, in terms of that mixtape game, that's what we was doing. Yo, just going hood to hood, yo. Just park the joint, walk from fucking, I don't know, North Avenue to Big Town. You know, just go straight down Mount Street or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Yo, I messed that shit, man. I remember me and GC, we used to how it'd be like a Saturday. Like, look, I got $40 to my name.
Mm-hmm.
We got 2 boxes of CDs.
Mm-hmm.
And we just like, fuck it. We drive up to Philly and New York. We like, I got $40. So it ain't we gonna try to sell these CDs.
Yeah,
we gonna sell these CDs.
And that's what I used to do with the blockwork.
That's how we had to eat,
bro. I remember when I was living down there in Brooklyn, yo, and me and my wife was looking at each other one day and went in the attic. I'm like, shit. I'm looking at all these boxes full of fucking CDs I got up there. I'm like, yo, we gotta get rid of these bitches, yo. One up, that's what we did. You know what I mean? City to city, bang, bang, bang. Getting them bitches out, selling them, giving them out. We just get rid of them bitches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Alright, DJ Jabril, so I wanted to ask you, do you miss what you used to do? Like, do you miss being out there and deeply involved in the Baltimore music scene?
Oh, I mean, of course, I miss it. But it's like, it's one of them things, like, I didn't evolve with the times, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something I ain't pick up the torch, though. I mean, as far as I understand, I don't know nobody that was doing what we was doing since then. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had the website, we had all Be More Hip Hop.
Are you a reason why the website came down? Didn't you? Aren't you the one?
Because I was pretty much the one. But it got
I don't even have the fucking music.
Yo, I got everything.
I need 25, bro.
I got
I
everything.
need 25, bro. I don't have my own fucking album, nigga.
I'm pretty sure I got it.
I need 25, bro.
Guarantee
You don't got your own album.
I don't got my. Look, I was looking for.
That shit happens to a lot of artists.
I'm on Facebook like anybody that bought 25. God, I will buy
if it was on the site, I'm pretty sure I got it. But it was just one of them things, yo. Like
it was time.
Yeah.
Like I said, I might have said earlier, like just kind of outgrew. I felt like I was outgrown what was happening around me, yo. And it's like everybody was trapped in this one little box, and I was trying to get out of it. You know what I mean? Everybody was trying to be these super gangsters, yo. No, I'm just talking about just the music, yo. Just trying to get out of the.
Well, I say that because it's different other places you go, man. There's a little more support other places you go.
But that's kind of what I made my niche was building up the artists in the city. And or I ain't even gonna say building them up, but I'm just saying just like giving them an outlet or providing an outlet for them. You know what I mean? Or several outlets because it was more than one. You know what I mean? And I just got tired of everybody making the same record over and over again. How many times I want to hear? How many times you want to shoot a nigga, yo? You know what I'm saying? How many times I want to hear that shit? Or over the same sound and beat.
Yeah, I want to listen to some shit that
artistic. There was artists like Mr. Soup. I remember in particular you, Big Steve. Yo, you used to because I remember yo. I know you remember our conversations, yo, and I used to tell you like you used to do like some real hip hop shit, which is like you wouldn't do them. Like you do them here and there.
Yeah.
But I was like, nigga, come on, yo, you can rap, yo.
I know this. Like I was just telling Dose, cause he just spit some wild shit on a record that we did down in Houston.
Right.
It was like he had a point to prove, but it woke up that part of me again. Cause I've been on some bullshit lately and shit, you know what I mean? Making R&B's. I think I made a whole R&B song. Like the bitch was, you feel me? I'm like, yo, nigga Lil Black only heard one song from me. This nigga like, so you an R&B singer, bro? And I'm like, no, it's just that song. You feel me?
Bro, like most of that's going back to the point I'm making. Like niggas was not stepping out the box.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody was trying to sound like Jeezy at one point. Everybody was trying to sound like Lil Wayne at one
Gucci,
point,
Boosie.
or Gucci, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And nobody was being they self.
Right.
They was bringing or Yo Gotti.
Yeah, you got it.
And that's one thing that I always had to do though. It's just like, cause if you listen to my album from the first song to the last song, it's like you're listening to a bunch of different people. Because it's just like I don't feel the same, or you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
I'm so goddamn.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
like,
certain niggas be in the mode like it's gotta sound like this every time or whatever. I mean, I don't know what they be thinking, but I know what it sounds like when I listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just one of the things. But to answer the initial question, yes, I do miss it. And I wish I could go back, but at this point in my life, man, I'm on another wave. You know what I mean?
What do you think is missing from the Baltimore rap scene right now as of 2021?
Leadership.
Okay.
I think leadership and unity is something that's missing from the scene, and
That's definitely all.
that's all niggas really need to pop. They need to find somebody to call the shot, just like anything else niggas involve themselves in. Somebody's at the top, niggas follow orders and fall in line and push whatever there is to be pushed.
Right.
And that's really what needs to go on in this city, yo. Bottom line. And let that happen, I guarantee somebody won't pop.
They got the Baltimore Crown Awards coming back this year. Yeah, shout out to that.
I never went.
You never went?
No.
Why you nominated one year? I could have swore you was. I could have swore you was nominated. I was nominated like
I might have been nominated.
I was nominated like
Y'all probably had when I stopped giving a fuck. Cause there's a certain point, like I said, I stopped giving a fuck. I was just like, yo, I'm gonna do what I want to do, yo. Niggas ain't rocking with me.
I should have got.
You know what I'm saying?
The year I should have got it was 2014, wasn't it? I think it was 14. I don't know, cause everybody like, yo, we in that motherfucker, and it's like the cheers in that bitch meant more to me than actually winning.
Yeah.
Because you know they all votes and shit, and people can, you know,
Yeah.
you know what
Do
I'm
what they
saying?
want.
Real shit. So
Yeah.
like, when they called my name and I heard half that motherfucker go crazy, I'm like, that's more of an achievement to me than that award, because I know that could be, you know, I ain't trying to tear shit down, but I'm just saying the fucking.
And so, I mean,
That was the year Mike Mack was there. He got an award that year.
I don't know. Then I might
He was drunk as a motherfucker. He was drunk as a motherfucker. He was there. He was accepting his award drunk.
Nah, I probably wasn't there, yo. I think I might have went. I had to have gone at least one or two of them, but I don't know, yo. I just at a certain point I felt like underappreciated, looked over, and I was just like, man, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, fuck this shit. But you know, I still love it. I still be checking for new Young Moose shit. I did Moose's first 2 tapes, yo, and I'm just proud to see some of the progression he's made, you know, because they do can rap.
He was boosting shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, what you got going on now? Like, what you into now?
Man, I'm on some construction shit, man. Just trying to, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Trying to do what I do, man. Just trying to launch a business, get it off the ground. And,
that's what it is, man. That's what it's about for real.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
That's what we trying to do. Start our own companies, you know what I mean? LLC, shit like.
Oh yeah,
You know what
man.
I mean? Own shit.
Got a car rental business coming, man. I can't talk about that yet.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about when you manifested.
I can talk about car rental business and shit. That's 100 and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know. It's just working, man.
We a top 5 Baltimore artists.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Y'all gonna show me one of them.
Yeah. We gonna
Top 5. I don't know if I
can
can put it. I can't put it in any particular order, but I'm gonna say my top 5s. I'm gonna say Los. I'm gonna say Smash for the versatility. Smash can make records for any occasion. I'm gonna say Bonds, of course. That's my dog, yo, for the lyrics, the bars, the just all around. Yo, he almost ain't make no records I ain't like for real. And I got probably 1,000 of them on my hard drive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But trying Scar. I think Scar's heavily underrated. Scar's a lyricist, a deep thinker, and take shit to another level. I like YG Tech.
Okay.
YG Tech's on some other shit.
Yeah.
He's on another level. He's relatable. I think multi-generational type
And
artist.
Shorty got the vision.
You know what I'm saying?
You can
I
see
like
it.
him.
Yeah.
And I like Moose.
That's it.
I like Moose, yo.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's cool.
That's sick, but that's what they call that.
He had already said move, so
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention, yeah. I might be missing somebody. I'm definitely missing. If you gave me 10, I'd be.
We was like, yeah, we didn't want to make it too hard and shit.
Yeah, yo. I love the city, yo. I love the city and I love the movement, yo.
So before we wrap it up, man, I just want to say something and shit. You know what I mean? Just for me. You know what I'm saying? Look, you're a motherfucking legend in this town. And nobody said, nobody, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You're a legend in my eyes. And you're a legend in this town because it's like I ain't feel like I was shit in this rap shit until I heard this nigga say it's body more nigga. Yeah, like it's like I felt it through my body, and it's like when that was Big Steve and Big's Grind Time, and that was the first CD. I'm different places, and I hear it coming from Cuz, and I'm like shit. Like you know how you know what I mean? Like niggas I don't even know what I was about to say, but it don't matter because. It was coming from different niggas' cars. And then I think I was down in Brooklyn. And it was coming from, it was like a whole Mexican crew in that bitch. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is interesting, yo. It's touching different motherfucking people. You feel me? And, you know what I mean? And I hear Jabril voice coming from their car. And it's like, damn, yo. I feel like I just went platinum. You feel me? Like that shit was just crazy.
Yeah, that shit is a crazy feeling. I appreciate that, bro.
I give you flowers while you're here, man.
I appreciate that, bro. I definitely appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
And I appreciate the loyalty, yo, because you always kept me in mind when it came time to do a project. It's a million other DJs, it's a million other outlets. You always came to me. You always came to me for that artwork. You know what I mean? Whatever it was. You know what I mean? And I appreciate it, brother. You was a big part of me being what I was. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, man. Definitely.
Anybody else got something to say? What's up?
I'm high as shit.
Yeah.
I can't see what you gonna make next. I can't wait. Last week was pizza.
I did.
Oh, yeah, pizza.
Yeah, I told y'all. Because I still had some sauce left over. That's why I was gonna make the pizza, but he said no cheese.
Yeah.
But hey, I just saying they got a pizza with no cheese and shit. It's like some fancy pizza. I'm like,
my guys reading. Yo, I'm real particular about my, you know what I mean, what I put up in the head, yo. I just, you know what I mean, I'm one of them. But yo, it's like
that pizza was good. Cheese pizza.
Yeah, man, we signing out, man. Edible Talk Podcast.
Edible Talk.
This nigga hot as bitch, man. Who we had today? We had Jerk Wayne.
Jerk Wayne.
And we had
Jamaican
salted caramel brown.
That's why this nigga ain't talking. This nigga in the room and shit.
Yo, I looked over there, he got his head down. I'm like, what's up, yo? You high? He like, nah, I'm just tired.
No, both of them bitches hit you at one time. Them bitches was on both sides and shit. You
He got me this time.
God damn.
I really appreciate you taking the time to sit and talk with us, DJ Jabril, man.
shit, man.
Very insightful conversation, man. I learned a lot. Some things that I didn't know about you. I didn't realize that, like you were saying outside, that from 6 degrees of separation, man. I didn't know, like, how we was talking about one thing and we get up here in front of the mic and we get to talking about, you know what I mean, Mr. Wilson and the whole star status situation, man, it's a lot of history. It's like I never had met you in that capacity, but it's cool to be in hindsight to see that we was running
around the same circles, yo. It's crazy, yo. You know what I mean? And definitely rest in peace, my man Fallon, yo, because that was my dog, yo. Great, yo.
Rest in peace, Fallon.
Man, yo. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? That was my dude right there, yo. That was my dude right there, yo.
We need more people like you on the Baltimore scene, you know.
But you never know, it might never be over, but you know what I mean, it might be a hiatus, but you know what I mean, I ain't even gonna say that, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we hear now.
Like I said, the love is there, it's just you know what I mean, I need some inspiration.
I got one more tape left in me, hold up.
I got one in the stash.
You know?
You gotta get in your bag though, you gotta get in your Wayne bag.
If you decide you want to do something.
He put me there. Yo, I'm on other shit that I was gonna sing on rapping and shit.
I just told you, I just came out of retirement.
Stop
If you decide you want to do something, man, I'd love to be the first artist you come back to, bring you back out.
Yo,
man, I'm fire. My son got me lit. My son got me lit.
Yeah.
I told you he inspired me to rap. You feel me? I'm like, hold up.
And you already know that's what I
just came over. He knew what the fuck he was doing when he went in there with that.
We keep talking about he retired. You know what I'm saying?
No, but see, I gotta go out with a bang. You feel me?
Let's
I gotta go out with a bang. You feel me? That's the way I look at it. No, but I really want to get into this movie shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be my number one thing after I put this album out, bro. Put that shit.
Well, yo, I gotta say, yo, I'm feeling nice, yo. We're not even talking. That shit's official right there.
I swear I'm on my shit, I go retarded in this bitch. I swear it's all legit, she got me falling in this bitch. I'm so high, she got me flipping, got me walking with a limp. Edible so lit, got a nigga trip. I swear